Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dori Talks, founder of Inspiration Management, and I'm here to bring you another Dori Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about how to plump up your profit line, especially with home care products. So, I have a question for you. Is your profit line flat? There are many reasons why leaders fail to achieve high profits. Many actually overlook one of the most important aspects of their spa or medical spa business success, and that is team training. In this Dori Talks, you will discover 4 essential business strategies to improve your retail sales and increase your profits. Here are the facts. There are billions of dollars that are spent every single year on beauty and self-care products. Every single year, imagine how much money is being spent. But unfortunately, most spas and medical spas are not getting their share of the market. The industry as a whole is missing out on millions and millions of dollars that can be generated from home care recommendations and retail sales. As a consulting firm, we receive phone calls daily from people just like you who complain about lack of retail sales in their business. When we ask them, do you have a recommending system in place? How about expectations or bonuses and consequences for your team? The answer in most cases is no. If you too answered no, how do you expect your team to improve performance and achieve better results if team members are not trained, are not being held accountable for their performance? If you want to tap into these missed revenue opportunities, you must implement the following 4 strategies so you too can plump up your profit line and improve your guest results. So here they go. Number 1. Set performance expectations and measures. You need, second, to tie compensation to performance. Third, implement a recommending system. And fourth, train and coach the team. So let's dive into each one so we can explore what opportunities you really have. Let's start with number 1. Setting performance expectations and measures. This is probably one of the most important. To improve your team's performance, you must set goals and expectations. As a spa or a medical spa professional, you have certain obligations to your clients and guests. Home care recommendations must be part of the guest experience. Educating clients on home care products and how they can gain better results is part of everyone's professional obligation. Yes, you need to circle that word, professional obligation. Write it down and circle it many times. Having product training on how to use products is key principle to help the clients, the team, and you. Set targets for home care products and measure results on regular basis. Don't wait until the end of the month to discover your team members did not hit their targets. That's too late. Just like in team sports, the goal is to get to the playoffs and ultimately win the championship. The coach normally tracks every statistic from each game to help get his or her team to the top of the heap. You need to do the same. Track daily performance and watch your profit line grow exponentially. The second point is to tie compensation to performance. So what do I mean by that? Compensation plays a huge role in boosting your revenues. So address this if you want to improve performance. Team members should get paid their true worth. The more they recommend, the more they should earn. So create a bonus scale based on the average revenue per guest. Reward and recognize your team members for making recommendations and share their success stories so they're able to do it more and more and more. So here's the formula to calculate home care revenue per guest. We call it the VPG. We, as a matter of fact, have an entire compensation model based on the volume per guest. So to calculate it, it's so simple. Just run the retail volume and the number of guests for a certain period. You can calculate it per week, per month, per year, whatever you want, depending on what you want to track. So once you run your report and you have the revenue number, retail number, just divided by the number of guests, and that equals your retail volume per guest. Now, be careful. Be sitting down when you figure that out, because in most cases, you're going to see that number is extremely low. I know I'm not making fun, but it's truly very important for you to calculate it and then see where you can go. When you calculate your current revenue per guest, it's like having an awakening on how low it is and how much money you're actually losing or leaving on the table. So you need to decide on your targets and pay your team members truly their true worth. So the more they recommend, the more they can earn. The less they recommend, they basically get their base. Number 3, implement a recommending system. It is much easier for your team to recommend home care products and treatment upgrades if you have a recommending system in place. Systems ensure consistency, accuracy, and growth. Without a proven effective system, your bottom line will be flat. Fortunately, there are systems available to help you. Many spa and medical spa owners have implemented the Don't Sell, Recommend. It's a system that we teach called the Pride System. It's a philosophy focused on delivering a complete guest experience in your facility and at home. The system helps your team easily identify your guests' needs and concerns, and then they recommend the appropriate home care product using the Pride System. Teach your team the Pride System, and then make sure you measure the effectiveness. So to plump up your bottom line, the team must role play and know how to help guests achieve their best results. So make sure you implement the Pride System and see how it's going to plump up those profit lines of yours. Number 4, training and coaching the team. Performance improvement should be part of your values. Training is an essential component to your business success. It needs to be conducted often and must include role playing. Yes, I said it, role playing. Someone must be responsible for training and coaching the team. Again, we return to team sports. The coach creates the gameplay, the game plan, the team listens to the coach, they practice what they learn, and on and on. However, on game day, each team member has his or her own play down because they practiced it over and over and over. That is role playing, and you need to do the same thing. But here's the fact. We typically hear from clients like yourself that their team members do not want to role play. It's like pulling teeth. Many leaders give up and don't force the issue. Big mistake. Can you imagine a basketball or a soccer player or a football player, whatever kind of game they're watching, telling coaches that, oh, I don't want to role play or I don't want to practice? How long do you think that player will be on this winning team? You get my point. Not very long. Your team members must role play. They need to know how to recommend effectively. They need to know how to recommend products and treatments on regular basis. So the more they practice, the more comfort and confidence they will have in recommending home care products. Their training should include clinical information. They need to know the product knowledge, They should know protocols, and they need to know how to make recommendations, how to upgrade treatments, and how to recommend home care products. So my advice to you is to set up a training schedule and make learning a fun experience in your spa or your medical spa. And when you do that, you will notice that your bottom line will definitely go up. So let's discuss consequences a little bit. Consequences for poor performance. Because it might happen, right? You can train and coach and train and coach, but then you don't see results. So what would happen? You must have consequences. All this should really begin with the hiring process, you guys. When you are considering hiring a new person, you must inform them of your structure, your culture, your policies, your procedures, your philosophies and values, and the list goes on. You must have a position description that outlines the importance of your guest satisfaction and the results they can achieve with home care recommendations, and your performance expectations. So if you go over all this in the hiring process, then managing the team becomes much easier. This must be outlined actually in your employee manual. If you don't have one, we have one for you. You need to get your hands on one and put all these guidelines in it. So the consequences should be in your employee manual, and you need to be living by them, right? You need to monitor the performance and see if they are performing or not, and then apply the consequences accordingly. New hires should be informed of all these guidelines before they accept the position. Once they agree and understand the importance of performance and its expectations, then they can start managing, they can start implementing, and you can start actually managing them a lot better, and you'll be able to have great rewards and recognition programs so you can recognize their effort. If performance does not improve, your consequences could progress accordingly, according to your employee manual. So for new hires, additional training and coaching needs to be available for them. And then if they don't perform, you can always do first verbal warning for more training. You can train them again. You can do a written warning. You can do a second written warning. And then if they don't improve, then you need to let go. And that's probably the mistake most business owners make, is they keep holding on to bad performers, and those people are actually costing you great guest satisfactions, and they're costing you a lot of revenue. So the whole idea here is to develop and train your team. If you invest in their training over and over, and they are still not reaching their goals, it's time for, obviously, a divorce. So focus on selecting team members who want to develop their skills and grow, who care about providing their guests with home care recommendations. They care about fulfilling their professional obligation. Those are the type of people that you definitely want on your team. So I want to leave you with some mistakes to avoid. Most spa leaders often focus all their training and energy on clinical training, which obviously is very important. But guest results for home care is equally as important. Focus on guest satisfaction, on results and business training. Then invest in team development, teaching them the essential skills for success and what that could mean to them. You will be amazed at the total transformation of your team once you do this. It's time for your spa or medical spa to maximize the opportunities that you have. Make the recommending process a habit. Focus on these 4 strategies I just shared with you Set new guest experience standards for your spa, and now plump up your profit line. Like this, share it, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the Inspiration Management YouTube channel. We would love to hear your comment and your feedback. And to find out more about the Don't Sell, Recommend program, you can always go to Inspiration Management, to the shop, and check out the complete manual we have for you with all the scripts on how to make professional recommendation, and the webinar that actually goes over the different modules to help your team elevate their success, therefore plumping up your profit line. Need help on how to plump up your profit line? Go to inspirationmanagement.com. Right from the homepage, you can reserve a success planning session, and one of our experts will be able to have a Zoom meeting with you, discover where you are in your business right now, and make the proper recommendations to help you reach success the fastest way possible. Don't delay your success. Now is the time to increase your profit line. Until next time, stay inspired.